Good afternoon, I'm Tom Simmons. Today I'm going to be cooking a beautiful Welsh lamb cannon served with crushed swede and a beautiful cabbage pesto. So firstly, what I'll need you to do is get the swede, which is diced about 1 or 2 centimetres dice, nice and simple. Just add that to a saucepan. Add some water just to cover, maybe about 1 centimetre above the swede, and your butter, all in one pan together. And that just goes on the heat. Next is you need to grab the outer leaves of the Savoy cabbage. They need to be cooked for about 1 to 2 minutes in boiling water, and then just refreshed in some ice water. And you just roughly chop them up. You don't need to chop them up too much. And they go into a blender along with pine nuts, parmesan, and your olive oil. So you're looking for quite a coarse consistency, a good pinch of salt, and then just give that another quick blend. So I'll just take this out to show what kind of consistency we've got. So quite coarse, you're breaking down the pine nuts, but not to a smooth paste. Finally is the most important bit, is this beautiful Welsh lamb. We use a butcher in Carmarthen, sources all of his lamb locally. We're going to be placing this in the pan, fat side down, and then through the oven for 4 to 5 minutes, depending on how you want it cooked. So we give it a good season. Make sure the pan is hot but not smoking hot. You don't want to burn the fat. And just let that render down nicely. That should take probably 1 to 2 minutes on the fat side. Not only is the lamb, you know, for me, it's probably some of the best lamb you can get in the world. We're supporting local producers, it's sustainable, and good for the environment. The carbon footprint on it is minimal. You know, it's all slaughtered locally. So yeah, it ticks every box for us, really. So now you can see I've turned it nice golden colour on the fat, and we'll give it probably 30 seconds to a minute on the meat side, and then just flip it round back onto its fat, and it's ready to go into the oven. So the swede that we put on first should take, it's probably about an hour in cooking time. It's really important that when the water cooks down, you top it up with water, and you keep cooking it until it's super soft, and you're finished with a really nice glossy, creamy swede. So 2 or 3 minutes into the cooking of the lamb, I like to turn it over to give it a nice even cooking. This is about ready to flip now. Be careful you don't burn yourself as you're turning. And that'll take another 2 to 3 minutes and ready to come out the oven. So the lamb's just come out the oven. Most importantly now is you need to let it rest for at least 4 or 5 minutes, ideally somewhere relatively warm. So a whole cannon should serve 2 people. So if you're cooking it for a small party of 4, then I'd use two whole cannons. And all you do, just take the ends off slightly, and just nice centimetre cut. You can smell how beautiful it is. I love the smell of roast lamb. And then just back onto the tray. And there you can see beautiful pink, nicely rested lamb. Right, so we're now putting the final dish together. You have your crushed swede that's been cooking for an hour, hour and a half. Nice silky crushed swede. We'll just finish that with some fresh cracked black pepper, and that's ready to go. So really nice and simple, no messing. Just a good spoon of that in the middle of the plate. And then half a cannon per person. You can just lay that over the swede and then finish it with your cabbage pesto. I like my pesto quite thick, but if you want it a little bit looser, you can just add a little bit more olive oil, and that's done.